I never thought I'd be here, standing in this exact moment, feeling the weight of 6 years together crumbling in my hands. Married for less than a year, holding my 3-month-old daughter in my arms, and staring at packed bags by the door. Those bags are my silent witnesses, packed with desperation and uncertainty. Married for less than a year, holding my 3-month-old daughter in my arms and staring at packed bags by the door. Those bags are my silent witnesses, packed with desperation and uncertainty. Am I ready to leave, or am I just reminding myself that staying isn't my only option? Pregnancy was supposed to be beautiful, wasn't it? A time to feel joy and connection, but for me, it became a dark shadow. His mother, my mother-in-law, made sure of that. She tormented me every chance she got, whispering the most vile things: miscarriages, stillbirths, dead baby. Those words echoed through my mind, stealing my peace. And my husband? He sympathized, sure, but he never did anything to stop her. His silence was louder than her cruelty. And then came the hospital. After hours of labor bringing life into this world, I thought I'd feel supported, loved. But he left. He left me there because the hospital couch was uncomfortable. I sat there alone, holding our baby girl, staring at the empty chair next to me. I called him over and over to come back. When it was finally time to go home, he asked me to help carry the bags. I just stood there in disbelief until the nurse had to step in. I'd just given birth, and he thought I could carry luggage. At home, things didn't get better. The first few months felt like a war I was fighting on my own. My body was weak from sleepless nights, getting up every 2 hours to nurse our baby. I'd sit in the dim light of her nursery, tears streaming down my face from exhaustion. And him? He was upstairs, sleeping 8 to 10 uninterrupted hours every single night. Every time he'd wake up and tell me how exhausted he was, it was like a knife twisting in my chest. Then there was the basement. Oh, the damn basement. He wanted it clean. And despite my doctor's warnings to avoid lifting anything heavy, I helped him. I bled heavily afterward. My body wasn't ready, but he didn't seem to notice or care. I kept hearing him complain about how slow the progress was, about how inconvenient it all was for him. And today broke me. I'd been up since 2:30 in the morning with the baby. She was fussy, and I was running on fumes. All I asked for was a nap, just one nap, but he whined about walking the dog like it was some massive burden. I snapped. I reminded him that I hadn't had a full night's sleep in months, and what did he do? He stormed off. The rest of the day, he locked himself in his office. I thought he was working, but when I finally confronted him at 11 p.m., he admitted he'd been napping. He'd spent the entire day napping while I struggled to stay upright, breaking down into full-blown sobs every few hours because I was so tired. At 2 a.m., I couldn't hold it in any longer. I stood in our bedroom looking at him snoring peacefully, and something inside me snapped. I woke him up and let it all out. The resentment, the abandonment, the loneliness. I told him everything. I told him I hated him, that I wished I could just leave and take our baby with me. Then I pointed to the packed bags by the door and told him, if you make one excuse, I'm gone. For the first time in what felt like forever, he actually listened. He didn't interrupt, he didn't deflect, he just listened. We talked for hours. I told him how his mother's cruelty during my pregnancy left scars he never even noticed. I told him how abandoned I felt at the hospital and at home, how I'd been carrying the weight of everything alone while he slept peacefully every night. For once, he didn't try to defend himself. He just sat there, taking it all in. By the end of the conversation, we made a plan. His mother is no longer welcome in our home. No visits, no phone calls, nothing. Once his workday ends, I'm off duty. He's taking over the dog walks indefinitely. And this weekend, I'm getting a break. I'll pump milk for our baby and he'll handle everything. Diapers, feedings, bedtime. We're starting therapy, both as a couple and individually. He knows this is his last chance to make things right. But my bags are still packed. They're sitting by the door as a reminder that I can leave anytime, that I have a choice, and that I'll choose myself and my happiness if he doesn't step up. For now, I'm hopeful. Not delusional, but hopeful, because I deserve to smile again, not just at my baby's big hazel eyes, but at life itself. If he can't help me do that, I'll walk out the door. Not as a failure, but as a mother who finally chose herself.